Hi, this is Pat, and welcome to the show. I'm here today with Brian Hansen, the owner of Bees Music in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, which is an incredible store. If you haven't been here and you live anywhere in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Wisconsin, Paris, France, you got to come to Bees Music. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the store. Mr. Brian. So tell everybody about the store, the history of it, when you started this, and what's going on, and what you're,
So this is, I've been here 22 years. There's been a music store, I think, in this building since like 86.
Sounds right.
Yeah, well, there was Cook's Music that was in Mount Pleasant, Central Michigan area in the early 70s. Yep, Rob is a really good friend of mine, absolutely a wonderful guy. I never actually directly worked for Rob, but I worked for the guy he sold the store to in the early, mid-90s named Mike Otterbein. I worked for him for about 3 years. So I've been working in this building since 1997.
Wow.
This was like I used to put stickers on the wall and I was the punk high school kid. So I worked here It's really funny. There's like stuff around here. I remember, it's like the guys take back the cardboard. It's like, this was me 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I wish I could say I feel bad for you, but I don't at this point. So, I worked for Mike for 3 years. Mike was selling it to a third owner. I didn't really jive with that guy too well. It seemed kind of like a dead end. It eventually only lasted a few years after that.
Worked for a few.
So I kind of exited then, and about 6 months later, Rob and I had been friends. He runs this huge thing called the Chicago International Vintage and Custom Drum Show. It's the biggest drum show in the world.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, people didn't realize that's actually based out of Alma here. And I used
the Chicago Drum Show.
The Chicago Drum Show.
We were just there. Yeah. We're at the last one.
Yeah, that's Rob.
The guitar show and the drum show together, and that's him. Oh, okay,
Rob owns that. For years. I started when I worked for Mike. I used to go, and Rob would be up for cheap labor who would hustle for no money.
Oh yeah, why
and
not?
I was a high school kid, and I would go with Rob, and we would take three vans, and we would drive from 4 a.m. and get there at 9. And so I have no idea how we did it. I look back at Rob. I remember one of my clearest memories of the drum show is having a ladder on top of a van to hang a speaker in a pole barn. And I go, I think back to those days and, the shit you had me do.
Oh, I know. It's horrible, yeah. So when did you take possession here?
Well, I started Bees in 2002 in the Alma location. I had just kind of unemployed. Rob kind of was like, you should start a music store. I think he wasn't under contract to have a competing music store anymore. So he goes, I think I'm going to start a music store. So he hired me to come in and drop a plan and an inventory thing. And about a month goes by and Rob goes, I don't want to own a music store. I think it'd be cool if you owned a music store. And why don't I just rent my building to you? So, and he goes, I'll go. He goes, draw up how much money you think you'll need and some operating expenses and some fixtures. And he goes, draw up a plan and maybe I'll co-sign your business loan. And if you you'll rent for me, and if you fail, I'll just take your stuff.
Yeah,
and I was everything. 20, and I thought, okay. Well,
hey, why not?
Let's see what happens.
Why not? Yeah.
So like shortly before my 21st birthday, I founded Bees in Alma at 219 Prospect in the original Cook's Music location.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so this is our kiosk, kind of tells you like the day's schedule. We do a lot of like automation and try and be like kind of hip, but this sort of like lays out. So if you come here, you know where your students are. It shows that you can see our memes and some videos about what we do and stuff. It plays the weather, so.
Oh yeah. And then let's look at the lesson rooms there too.
Rooms. Brendan's right here in room number 4. Are you stealing the piano for our recitals tomorrow?
Stealing the piano.
Stealing the piano. Yeah, we have a piano in every room. They're supplied. They can be a little messy, so pardon the mess. But we provide instruments and stuff for the teachers. Usually there's a nice reverend. There's apparently a banjo that's supposed to be up for sale that someone just took, which apparently I should sell to the store. So, but we've just try and have like a good environment. These rooms are sound dampened from each other. They're built super thick. It's but so you can have somebody railing over here and still have a voice lesson over here. So again, pardon the mess, but this is our drum room, which is kind of isolated from the rest of them. Has a piano in here too. We still teach some piano back here. But this guy is a great place. You have 2 drum sets. We put ear protection on the kids, so nobody's blowing their ears out. They learn the right ways to go.
That's always good. Yeah.
But and then the teachers wear earphones and they can play along with tracks and stuff, and it's really fun. Yeah, these are all completed repairs. David does our online sales. This is kind of his area. Anything that's been paid for, put aside for somebody. And then we do all our photographing back here. And then this is the land of recently purchased vinyl, which is probably what makes this room be a little messy.
Well, it looks like the music room in my house. Yeah. Oh my God.
You can just dig. I mean, at any given time, there's like 2,000 to 4,000 records here needing sorted.
So tell me a little bit about the shipping department, what you do here.
I mean, a lot of times, like, we sell a lot of stuff through like Reverb.com and other places. We have a lot of customers come around the country. We ship like weirder stuff too. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got their people they know will buy a certain item, and we're always kind of on the lookout for those things for those people. And we ship. I mean, probably like last week, we probably shipped about 14 pedals. We ship probably 1 or 2 things a day. It's not an unbelievable amount, but it's enough to have a department, and it allows us to move some stuff.
Okay. Great. Well, it looks like a great setup here, back and front.
Yeah, this is a lot of rental stuff where we do like we're doing the Towns Tree Light ceremony tomorrow. He's prepping that and prepping our recital. We do our recital off-site at a church.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
We're getting ready to take our AV and stuff in there, and these are some racks we built years ago that hold all our heavy stuff. So at any given time, I have like about 2 apprentices that work on the sales floor. I have always put the repair department, at least the middle of the road repairs, on the sales floor. I think it's important that people can see what we do, and I like to have the repair guys also work on the sales team. I think it's important. Up here is where I go when I don't want to be bothered, or I don't want doing something. If it's 10,007 inches a mile, I don't want to try and be talking guitars while I'm doing it. So this is where I do like fret work. I'm putting this Martin X series back together right now. It has a boo-boo. And we do a lot of what I do up here anymore is I do a lot of electronics repair. It's not a service we offer to the public too much, but at any given time I bought a bunch of pedals that don't work. I'll retube amps before they go out for sale. And these are all things that are kind of getting ready to go. Sure. So I don't know if you caught it, but I've been building a lot of pedals lately. There's a pedal in the rack I
did see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is brilliant.
I'm into electronics was my other kind of calling, so it's kind of fun for me to come up here and just mad scientist some stuff. I've been building some smart devices lately. Is the other thing I've been doing.
Yeah.
I've been doing microprocessors, and in fact, the guys, this is kind of how the pedal thing started. And we've been. I was kind of telling the guys how easy it was to make pedals, and we bought some like prefab PCBs for certain like fuzz pedals and stuff.
Yeah.
And I told the guys that if they bought all the parts, that I would teach them how to make pedals. So I'm teaching them all how to solder. They're just coming in at night. It's not it's more an extracurricular thing than a for pay thing. But we got some pre-made enclosures from C distribution and switches, and this is all stuff that's kind of in my wheelhouse personally. So here's all the parts for 14 pedals, and when the holidays slow down a little bit, they're going to come up here, and one at a time I'm going to teach them how to make a fuzz pedal and teach them how to make a chorus, and just for fun.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, it's been great coming here today. This has been fantastic, and I thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming by.
I'll have links for the store and everything below the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to like and subscribe to everything that has to do with Bees Music.
Bees Music Shop, one word, on Instagram, and Bees Music Shop on Facebook as well. We're very meme-tastic, so if you enjoy a tasty meme,
that's right.
It won't just be gear stuff.
I think that's what drew me in, were the memes. So, but it's always important to support businesses like this. This is a brick and mortar. It's not a guitar center, and you always want to check these places out. And we'll see you next time.
You know, it reminds me. Well, ever tell you what the time was at the drum show, and I was getting interviewed. Rob was getting interviewed for Modern Drummer, and they go, Rob, why have you done the drum show for so many years? He goes, it just lets me spend time with my son, and he hugs me really tight, and then they cut it, and he never told him that I'm not his son, that was just a lie, and I think it was like, he's such a.
Well, I think you make a wonderful couple.
Okay,
That's
thank
what
you.
I think.
Thank you.